Hey guys, how are we doing today? And welcome to Tech Garage. And today we are reviewing the ArrowOS ROM for MI11X. Now this is a weekly ROM and this is one of the only few weekly ROMs that the MI11X has. And as usual, I'm going to tell you the steps for installation, and then I'm going to tell you my experience, and then I'm going to show you the system and the features, everything, right? So all this will be added in the chapters. You can skip to whichever part you feel like, right? Now the installation is pretty straightforward because it is as same as the Hentai OS. So all you need to do is you need to flash the vendor boot image, you need to flash the boot image, and then you need to flash the ROM using ADB sideload and AOSP recovery. Now, all the steps are similar to Hentai OS's installation, so instead of wasting your time here, I'm going to link that in the I button and you can watch that. The steps are exactly the same, only the files will change, and all the files will be given down in the zip below, including a written process in the description. So you can just check that out and follow that to flash this ROM. Now talking about my experience. So my experience has been fairly good. Now this ROM somehow strikes the balance between all that the customizable, really customization heavy ROMs offer and the stability that Hentai OS offers. So it sits somewhere in the middle. Now there are certain features that are missing that I would have really liked. So accent color changing, theming could have been a little more nuanced, little more advanced. Also there could have been those thermal profiles that other ROMs like Havoc OS have, which are very useful for gaming. They can actually make your experience much better. So those are the things that I would have really liked, but I am not complaining. The included Arrow launcher is actually very good. You can use your own custom icons pack. There is no issues even using with Nova launchers. I'm using Nova launcher, there's no issues. Gcam gets installed very easily. There are no issues, no crashes, no stutters, nothing like that. The ROM works very smoothly. The battery drain is also pretty low and the charging speeds are not bad. So nothing really is broken. There is no issues at all. There is an included snap camera, but obviously it's not going to be good quality. You need to install Gcam. The ROM is really clean, no issues. It is smooth from the get-go. From the start, there's something that you do need to know. That is basically it's set at minimum refresh rate at 60 Hz and maximum refresh rate at 120 Hz, and it keeps switching between that. If you're not someone who likes that, just go to the display and you can change it very easily. Other than that, I did some gaming on this. I played some Call of Duty, I played some BGMI, and everything works pretty well. There are no FPS drops, no lags, no stutters at all. The network, the Wi-Fi speeds I observed were comparatively a little low, but they might be just because of my connection issues rather than the ROM issues. If you do face this too, please comment down below. Let me know if this actually is an issue. And other than that, I did not find any issue. The fingerprint works pretty well. There's not a lot of stutters at all. So you will not find any stutters. Do not worry about that. And customization is very low. So you're not going to have a lot of customization, but you're going to have the basic stuff that you do require, right? So these are the things that made this experience good. It could have been better, right? So in general, the ROM is really good for people who like low customization, but like it a bit more customization than your Hentai OS. But then again, I would rather prefer something more customizable like Havoc or directly Hentai OS. This middle ground does not sit very well with me. It does for a lot of people, personally not me, right? But I'm still impressed with how the ROM performs, the smoothness, and in general the quality, right? The flashing could have been made easier. Like Havoc is much more easier than this, so that's something that the dev could work on. But kudos to him for this development. It works really well. Now let's get to all the features of the system and how it looks, right? Let's go. This is how I have set up my phone on the ArrowOS, and as you can see, there's absolutely no stutter, no lag whatsoever, and yeah, everything is working pretty well. And there are a lot of features, like you can see there's a quick toggle for dark mode, and yeah, the fingerprint is also pretty fast, so you don't need to worry about that. And well, damn. As you can see, it is a bit lackluster when it comes to customization, in my opinion, but nonetheless this looks very nice. And the one thing that I did observe is the dark mode is not exactly pure AMOLED dark, so you're not going to be saving on a lot of battery. So that is something that we do need to see, right? Other than that, what you get is this gesture menu where you can, you know, switch on, swipe to screenshot, double tap to sleep on the status bar, activate the torch, and change the system navigation. So these are the few things you get here. And then you have the button menu where you have, you know, very basic button features, nothing special, nothing to crow about. Other than that, when you go here, you can see like this is how the battery charge goes. You do have smart charging where you can, you know, stop trigger, start trigger. So this way what happens is your battery does not overcharge. This is very good for the battery. So this is something that a lot of users will be happy with. And after that, we go to, you know, all the features that are normally on every AOSP ROM. So nothing special here, right? In the battery, you can actually change the battery icon style. So yeah, again, something that is usually offered on all AOSP ROMs, nothing to crow about. And when you go to the display, here you can set the minimum refresh rate to 60 Hz, so it will keep switching between 60 Hz and 120 Hz. I usually like it set to 120 Hz all the time, right? And obviously you have the weather settings, again, normal stuff. And you have the styles and wallpaper. As usual, we have various fonts and various icon options. And yes, we do have the accent options. Sorry, I did not mention that earlier. It was my mistake. And we have the icon option as done. And as you can see, the accents are there. There's not a lot of color choice on the accents here. A lot of other systems do offer a lot more. So that's something to keep in mind. And yes, so this is all that is there in this ROM. And it's pretty clean, pretty nice. And there's no issues at all. So yeah, if you want a simple ROM with not a lot of features but pretty smooth and a little more customization than Hentai, then I would suggest go for this. But if you're doing this, might as well go for Hentai, right? That's all for this video, guys. Thank you for watching Tech Garage. I'll see you in the next one. Signing off.